Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBT News. Today is Wednesday, June 18th. Here's a look at today's top automotive industry stories brought to you by Ally. Scout Motors CEO said the company is designing its upcoming vehicles to reduce reliance on rare earth materials, which would become a flashpoint in US-China trade talks. Backed by Volkswagen, Scout is adjusting components like brakes and drive units to reduce usage as it builds a new production facility in South Carolina. A federal monitor reported that UAW President Shawn Fain retaliated against Secretary-Treasurer Margaret Mock by removing her key responsibilities after disagreements over spending approvals. The report noted that the union's executive board defended Fain, alleging that Mock had obstructed operations. Tesla shares fell over 2% after reports surfaced that the company will halt production of its Cybertruck and Model Y vehicles for 1 week starting June 30th at its Austin, Texas factory. The pause marks the third shutdown at the facility in the last year. The news comes just days before Tesla's planned June 22nd robotaxi launch in Austin, using Model Y vehicles equipped with upgraded FSD technology. Waymo has expanded its driverless taxi service by over 80 square miles in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, and Los Angeles, just ahead of Tesla's planned robotaxi launch in Austin. The update brings Waymo's California coverage to 250 square miles, though airport access and freeway use in LA remain limited. Unlike Tesla, Waymo continues to roll out its Level 4 autonomous service gradually after extensive testing. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with Chase Abbott, Senior Vice President of Sales at Cox Automotive, to discuss the major disconnect in retail automotive.
Take your dealership to the next level with the strongest team in automotive media. CBT News, dealers' most trusted source for news, content, and analysis.
Why is there such a gap between awareness and action? Why are we seeing how adoption is so low in the industry right now, Chase? And welcome, by the way, to the show.
Hey, thanks, Jim. Always a pleasure to be on CBT. So the question I think there is why not? With the lopsided kind of statistic, I think the first questions you got to ask is my store a bit of a laggard or maybe a dinosaur when it comes to tech adoption? There are some of those still out there. Do we not trust the data set we're working from? Why is that? A lot of times that's because of a previous experience that a dealer might have had, a bad experience. Maybe the insights that the tool gave didn't necessarily pan out with the customer conversation, or there was some latency involved with the data and it was not timely, therefore it didn't really resonate with the customer. And as you know, time kills deals, right? So as I've mentioned before, I think on the show, an irrelevant communication does more harm than a relevant communication does good. And I definitely learned that from my time in the internet department. And so what I know for certain is we shouldn't turn a blind eye to these new technologies, and they can really help create great customer experiences and ultimately sell more cars, which, when I was slinging iron was kind of what it was all about. So,
And be sure to watch the rest of this interview in its entirety right here at cbtnews.com. Well, that wraps up our show for today, but join us again here tomorrow morning at cbtnews.com. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms, and we'll bring the latest industry buzz right to your feed.